This is the new TC Pride Podcast, episode 47, part 2 of on-location coverage of Mankato Pride. TC Pride Podcast. We're on location at Mankato Pride, walking around the festival grounds here. Now we're at the Whopper Hopper Bouncy Dome pirate ship. What do you call this thing here?
It's called the Kraken.
Awesome. It looks like a pretty popular destination today, right?
Yeah, it's pretty hopping over here. I believe it's a 30-foot slide. You climb up a ladder to it. It's got an octopus on it, a sunken ship. It's very nice. All the kids love it.
Nice. And so do you do other festivals in the area or anything?
Yeah, we travel all around the Midwest. We made South Dakota, other areas. More or less, we just travel, go city to city, and set up shows and make sure the kids are happy. We're called Kiddigan Inflatables, and the main name is American Entertainment.
So you're holding things down here, keeping everything under control, everybody's being behaved, right?
Yeah, keeping the kids safe and making sure they're having fun.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Yep, thanks for having us.
Joe.
Christopher.
Jim.
Kurt.
Aaron.
We've been coming for 15 years since the first year of Pride, and we love celebrating small town Pride because it's important.
Well, I was just thinking of when we went to Pride 15 years ago, the first time, we didn't know about the parade that day. We just kind of were down in the area and decided to go out. And it was in the basement of the VFW, which was very different from the Prides we're used to in Minneapolis, which are, large and multiple places are having celebrations, that type of stuff. So, and now we've been coming for many years, and it's now upstairs in the VFW. It's more visual. You can, people know what's happening. It's not, kind of a starter thing that's going on in the basement, and the parade is much longer, and so it's nice to see it grow.
I am proud to be out, open, married, just a member of my community and not hiding anything.
I am proud to be married to the man of my life for 16 years.
Oh my God.
I know.
Proud to be a gay physician.
I'm proud to be gay and at Pride in Mankato.
Alyssa. PJ.
And can you tell me about your outfits a little bit? I love your Pride. You're rocking the rainbows and all kinds of stuff, right?
Well, I have a Let's Get Weird hat on, and it's tie-dye, and I also have the Mankato Pride shirt.
And I have a trans Pride hat that I actually knit myself a while ago, and a cute little punk vest that's all punked out in patches that I've made myself that are like trans Pride and genderqueer Pride and all that fun stuff.
And the awesome lipstick as well, right? Tell folks.
Oh yeah, I actually borrowed this from my friend. I was originally going to do my lips in the colors of the trans Pride flag, but I have very small lips, so it wound up looking super awkward, so we're just going with the blue. I'm from Eagan, Minnesota originally, just south of the Twin Cities, but I go to school here in Mankato. This is actually my 5th year here. And I actually marched with the Gender and Women's Studies department here because that's kind of like my home base here in Mankato.
And I am from Andover, Minnesota. I also go to school here. I am a first-year Gender and Women's Studies graduate student, and I like going to Pride because it's fun to help and make our presence known.
So you're both from the Twin Cities. This is actually my first time to Mankato ever, even. So what's Mankato like for other people that have never been here before that are from the Twin Cities that'd like to know more about Mankato?
It's definitely a change. It at least knowing me, where I spent a lot of my time in Burnsville more than Eagan than anything, which is much bigger than Mankato. It's a lot smaller of a town, but it is really encouraging to come to Pride and stuff like this, and even having places like one of the local coffee shops here, the Coffee Hag, is run by a lesbian woman and her partner, and it's really encouraging to know that there's at least a big enough community here to support something like its own Pride Festival.
Well, I actually really like it here. It's kind of like where I was at home. It's a very homey feel. You can get most of the stuff you need in the city, and like PJ said, it's a great community. I know that I'm supported here. I know that I can support other people here, and our LGBT center was the 2nd in the nation, so that's a good, pride thing for Mankato to be put on the spot. I'm proud to be myself, everything that I am. I'm proud of everyone else and everything that they are. I know that's kind of cheesy, but yeah.
I'm just proud to still be here and stuff like that, Figuring out gender and sexuality is something that can be really, really complicated, and just kind of surviving through it despite living in a society that really doesn't support that kind of stuff. I don't know. I'm proud to exist and kind of give my middle finger to anyone who says otherwise.
TC Pride Podcast. We are on location at Mankato Pride, walking around the festival here, and ran into my friend Dan, who we met at Golden Valley Pride. So it's been a little while. It's been a few events. How you been, and how's the organization been doing?
We've been doing really well this summer. We've been to prides across the state. I think this is my 7th pride so far. I'm really glad that people are coming out and very proud to be here and supporting the community. Having a lot of success in supporting abortion rights in Minnesota. People really understand that we got to keep our clinics open. Well, obviously base level is voting. We got to get good people in the House, Senate, presidency, but we also need to follow up. We need to make sure during session that we're contacting our legislators, telling them our thoughts, our beliefs, our values, because if they don't hear them, the loudest voice wins. Well, you can go to www.prochoiceminnesota.org, and that's all spelled out. A lot of information there. Otherwise, Secretary of State's website tells you how to get registered to vote and where to vote.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time again, and we'll see you at the next one probably, right?
Oh yeah, thank you.
Autumn. Ethan. I'm half Native American, so seeing the pride in the reservations and it progressing, that's really cool. And coming to this thing kind of enforces that. So I'm really proud to be Native American and to bring this back to reservations, and I guess that would be what I would be proud of.
I guess I'm proud to be bisexual, I guess.
So what would you tell people in the Twin Cities about the Pride community in Mankato?
It's really awesome. It's really strong. We have the coffee hag here, and that's all pro, everything. They don't judge. They don't, discriminate against anyone, and there's just a really strong community of, LGBT, and, you never have to feel like you're alone, or, there's always, people around to help.
And then the other question we've been asking people around the Twin Cities all summer is, what does Pride mean to you? So if you can tell me, what does Pride mean to each of you?
Pride to me means, everybody's kind of like a family around here. Everybody's really close-knit. You can talk to anybody around here and they'll be willing to listen to you.
Pride is that you're not ashamed of who you are. You take pride in in who you are, and you're not afraid to show people who you really are, and there's no kind of fear of being discriminated against in any way.
I'm Jonathan from Union Presbyterian Church in St. Peter. Union Presbyterian Church is a small, welcoming church in St. Peter. We are one of the oldest Presbyterian churches in the state. Our building was built in 1871, and it's a lovely, welcoming community. Well, I've been to Mankato Pride a couple of times, and it's great to be here this time. It's a great small town pride. It's great to see people you know. It's a very friendly, welcoming place. We are proud to be welcoming.
I'm Rajiv. I'm from India.
I'm Abdurrahman from Egypt.
And how does it feel to be volunteering today at the festival?
Good feeling. Just be a part of the community.
Oh, it's great. It really feels good to stand up for something. I've seen the entire community standing up for the cause.
Diane. I help represent the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Mankato in Mankato. Well, Unitarian Universalists are, it's a religion, but it doesn't have a creed. It's about being accepting of whatever way and whatever path you are called to spiritually. Oh, it's really, really wonderful. This is our 15th year here in Mankato of having Pride, and I came out when I was in my 40s and lived with a lot of shame as a person before that. And when Pride became a public event here in Mankato, I was still teaching in a public school system and still being really careful. And before that, I had taught in a Catholic school system, and I didn't breathe a word to anybody. And so to be here to celebrate this is really, it's life-changing. And here's our minister.
My name's Don Cameron. I'm the minister at the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship in Mankato. We're a church community that's open to all faiths, and so it's very diverse, and it's based on love. Well, we're proud to support what's going on here today, and we're proud to support our brothers and sisters who are lesbian and gay, and it's something that we believe in, and it's wonderful just to be a part of this.
Chan from California.
I'm Juhei from Mankato.
And it looks like for people listening to the podcast here, so I just got to describe. It looks like is that one of those big like water jugs, right?
Yes, it's a water tank for donation jar.
But it's been decorated, right? So can you tell people what it looks like?
It looks very colorful with pride heart on it, and yeah, it's so cute.
And so you're standing here. I saw you were kind of shaking the bottle when I walked up here. You're asking for donations, right?
It's donation for next year Pride Fest, so yep.
Yeah, go do that again.
Yep, a lot of coins in here.
There you go for people listening. It's like they're here. Oh my God, they can experience it so well. All right, well, great. Thank you very much for volunteering. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Vanessa.
And Nicole.
We're with Outfront Minnesota.
All of us who are here today work within the anti-violence program. So we are a anti-violence program. We work with LGBTQ victims of intimate partner violence, sexual violence, and hate and bias crime. We have a crisis line. We do advocacy. And right now, we actually have a really fantastic survey that we created. We're trying to get it. We would love to get answers from all across the state of Minnesota. It's a survey on relationship abuse and sexual violence in LGBTQ relationships. So if you're listening, we would love to hear from you on how we can better address and prevent these kind of situations in our community. You can go to our Outfront's Facebook page and find the link to the survey. It's entirely online. We would love if you do that for us. This is a great Pride. There's so many youth here today, which is one of the things that we've been noticing back here. So many youth, which is just always really amazing to see. Yeah, so Outfront has a youth program. So we work with GSAs across the state of Minnesota and do a lot of youth leadership and youth programming. So that would be in our youth department. And we also, of course, have the political lobbying wing of our org, which is probably how most people are familiar with us. So we are behind the marriage campaign, Safer Schools Act, things like that.
Call us. Call us with anything and everything. We're there to help, and please call us.
Our website would be outfront.org. Pretty simple. Our crisis line is 612-822-0127, option 3. And so that is a crisis line, but it's also, we get calls all the time from people who are experiencing some kinds of discrimination, or maybe they haven't found housing that treats them kindly. So we have access to a ton of resources, and we can answer all kinds of questions. So really feel free to call. Don't think you have to be in a direct crisis, whatever that means to you to call us with your questions. We're a great resource.
Nathaniel Sexton with Fun.com. I'm proud to be gay. I guess, I don't know, I'm proud to be out and happy about that. We're the largest online retailer of Halloween costumes, and we're based out of North Mankato.
Paul.
Tracy. I'm from Mankato, and I've always felt that it was important to volunteer. I have many family members and friends that are, in the gay, lesbian, bi, trans, gender society, and I feel that I need to represent and show my love for them.
I'm from St. Louis Park, and it's rewarding to volunteer and just be supportive.
It's amazing. This is actually our second year coming here, and my favorite thing about being here is just that wonderful sense of positivity and community that you get. It's amazing. It's like being here is just a constant, giant, big hug. I'm proud to be me. I've always been a strong person, happy with who I am, and, open-minded, so I'm proud to be me.
Proud to be unique in my own way, and proud of other people being comfortable with the same.
Brian Dulvig with Quatchfoyle Library. Well, we've been in the Twin Cities for 30 years. We're a 100% volunteer-based organization. The entire thing is run by either donations and yearly memberships and these book sales, which is what we're doing here today. We just decided this year that we have the people and we really want to do a lot of outreach around the state, so we're coming to as many Pride festivals as we can. This is like our 5th one this year. You can go to qlibrary.org.
Meg Stump. This is with St. John's Episcopal Church. Episcopal Church has really stood behind that sense of equality and sense of people's worth, well, kind of always. And so that's been a really important part of that. And what's really cool is over the years seeing more and more churches coming down, more and more, almost a sense of more and more families being here, and just almost a change in understanding of what's going on here at Pride Fest. We've seen couples that were afraid to come out the first few years that are married now. So lots and lots have changed in these years.
Annie, I volunteer with AFS. It's an exchange student program.
Well, I think people here, they're obviously having a really great time. It's beautiful weather, and I think they just really appreciate knowing that we are looking for all sorts of families. And we're also always looking for volunteers, so afs.org.
Ava, First Congregational United Church of Christ in Mankato. We are a liberal, open and affirming church here in Mankato. We are a part of the United Church of Christ. We think it's important to let the LGBT community know that there are Christian churches that welcome them. I feel a lot of pride for Mankato and for the LGBT community and for all of the people who are involved.
Natasha Frost from Friesen's Family Bakery and Bistro. Our bakery and bistro is a wonderful local shop. It is right down the road from where we have Pride every year, and every year we actually do a Pride shirt. Yeah, so this year we came up with a Love Not Hate t-shirt and theme, and my sister, Nicole, was the one that drew it, and our other sister is married, and we were really excited when marriage was legalized in Minnesota, so she was able to marry her wife. They have 5 kids together, so it's really important and personal for us.
My name is Jerry Wansurski, and I sell with my husband, John Wansurski. I make jewelry. I make wire-wrapped rings, pride bracelets, necklaces, and then we also carry a line of gay pride flags, stickers, and a T-shirt. We have the basic gay pride flag, and this year there were a lot of new flags. There's a pansexual flag that's really popular, an asexual flag, and bisexual flag is always popular, transsexual, and then we have a Born This Way. I think we carry about 20 different flags. And this year, so we have the full-size 3x5 and then 12x18 stick flags. And this year there's a lot of new stick flags too. People are always asking for more flags. It gives everything a very festive look when people wear a flag or carry a flag with them. We're on Facebook. The name of our business is Creative Juice, and we'll be back for another round of Pride next year. Happy Pride.
Courtney Depew from House of Hope Mankato. We help those that are struggling with chemical dependency. We have residential and outpatient treatment in Mankato and Fairmont. We're here today hoping to start a peer support group meeting for the LGBTQ community.
I'm Courtney. I'm from Cactus Tattoo. We're here to support, and we're here to represent, and we're here to share art with everyone. It's great to see everyone being supportive of each other.
TC Pride Podcast. We are on location at Mankato Pride, and I'm walking around the festival here talking to folks, and I am here with
Maria Bevacqua. Yeah, I'm on the organizing committee, which is an all-volunteer group, and every year we put together this beautiful, fabulous festival.
So this is my actually first time to Mankato, period. Thank you. And I was just going to say, like, the community's really welcomed the TC Pride podcast. People were really friendly and willing to talk to me for the podcast. And so what would you say to people that are from the Twin Cities, maybe have never experienced Mankato, or maybe don't know anything about the Mankato Pride community? What would you like people to know about the Mankato Pride community?
Well, I would like to just extend a huge welcome and invitation to anyone in the Twin Cities who loves Pride, who loves going to Twin Cities Pride, to venture down southwest to Mankato to test out our Pride Fest. It's always the weekend after Labor Day, so it's pretty well timed for, once the Pride season is over in most of other big cities, we're just getting going here in Mankato. We love to see folks here from the Twin Cities, and we know that if you're into Pride and you are looking for a grassroots community where you can really enjoy the Pride part of Pride Fest, we have what you're looking for.
And of course, the theme of the Mankato Pride Festival this year is "I'm proud to be." Right. So what would you say that you are proud to be?
I'm proud to be so many things. I'm proud to be from Mankato. I'm not a native of here. My partner is, but I've been living here 17 years, and what a fantastic decision to move to Mankato. So I'm proud to be from Mankato. I'm proud to be a lesbian. We're reclaiming that word. Lesbian is a good thing. I'm proud to be queer. I'm proud to be a rural Midwesterner. This is a fantastic day to be proud.
Thank you so much for your time, and enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you so much, Ryan, and thank you for coming down from the Twin Cities.
You got it. Thank you. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
The TC Pride Podcast has been a production of Podletter Media and Twin Cities Pride. Subscribe now on iTunes or Google Play and submit your first Pride story at myfirstpride.org.